It's Sunday, January 21st. Hope you're all having a great weekend. We got 2 NFL games and several NBA games. If you need NFL props, I put out that video last night. 2 of those 5 props I put out have been bumped, so make sure you guys are aware of that. So let's get started. But before that, a quick recap of yesterday on our day 1 ladder day challenge. You got refunded. LaMelo Ball was the DNP. Colin Sexton did hit. On our 5-man, since LaMelo was a DNP and went down to a 4, we did hit. We hit a 3 of 4. Rudy Gobert was the only one that did not hit. But we hit 3 of 4. We got profit. So hopefully we can do better today. So let's get started on this 5-man. Just be aware that not all the props are posted yet. So I had to get these 5, whatever was available. They're all good value. Obviously I use Daily Grind Fantasy. But let's get started on this 5-man. And first one I'm going with will be an NBA first half, given that I think it's going to have a blowout potential. First one I'm going with is Nikola Jokic. And this was actually bumped. It was at 28.5. It's at 29.5. He's been averaging the low 30s. I'm still going to take it. It's still under 30. I still like it. I still think he's going to go over. I think it might be a blowout. I think the Nuggets will blow out the Wizards. So I think Jokic will have a big first half. Another option is his points, his first half points. But I'm going to take his first half fantasy as my first leg. My next one will be another first half fantasy, but it will be a less. And I'm going to be taking Cameron Johnson at 10.5 less. It was at 11.5. I think it bumped up to 10.5. I'm going to be taking the under. In the past 10 games, he's only gone over once with his fantasy score in the first half at 11 or higher. He's only gone over once. You want to see his past 5. He hasn't gone over at all. He hasn't even got even close to it. So I'm going to be taking the under there. I think it's going to get bumped down to 10, actually, closer to game time. Next leg I'm going with will be a full game prop. And I'm going to be taking Bam Adebayo. And for him, you have 2 options. But I'm going to be taking his assist at 4 or more. Or you can take his rebounds and assists. He's hit this 80% hit rate in the past 10 games. So this is a good alternative if you want to take his rebounds and assists. Obviously, you can get more than 10 rebounds pretty fairly easily, as that's how much he averages. My next leg will be Nicholas Claxton. And for him, I'm going to be taking his defensive rebounds. Obviously, a good option will be his rebounds as well. But I like his defensive rebounds under at 8.5. I see him getting well over 10 in this one. If you want to look at his past 5, he's gone over 4 of the past 5, and his past 10 has gone over 8 of those past 10 with the defensive rebounds 8 or higher. Going against the Clippers, so I'm going to be taking his more on his defensive rebounds. And my last leg for this 5-man I'll be taking will be Tyrese Halliburton. Obviously, he's coming off the injured list. He was out for a couple games, but he's good to go. I'm going to be taking his fantasy score at 44.5. Usually, he's in the higher 40s. But at 44.5 coming back, I'm going to take a gamble on him and go at him at 44.5 to go over. I'm not sure. I think Siakam is still, it's TBD as a game time, but he's most likely going to play. But I still think Tyrese is going to go over his 44.5, even with Siakam in the lineup. But like I mentioned, is to be determined. Pretty sure his props are already up. I think he's gonna have a good game against Phoenix, but I'm gonna stay away from him for at least for the first game with this new team. Those are the 5 that I like. I did mention not all the props are posted yet. There's a lot of TBDs and game time decisions, but these are the 5 that I like right now. What's posted on PrizePicks. Jokic over first half fantasy, Cameron Johnson less first half fantasy, Bam Adebayo over assists or rebounds and assists, Claxton over rebounds, defensive rebounds, and Halliburton over fantasy. So mix and match, pick your favorite. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support. If you need NFL props, you guys can check out my video I posted last night. And I'll see you guys in the next one.